Do you want to smell my boot, Batman? Perhaps you're wondering why you'd wear a boot before throwing a man from a plane. Mr. Wayne, I was born in the dark. You were raised in it, trained in it. I was born in it. I danced in it. I touched myself in the dark.
Sorry. Wolverine Boo Review. Third video. Second year. Run it! Here's the black pair. These were involved in a snowstorm yesterday. Snow and cold and rain. I live in Northeast Ohio, so this was like, I wore these yesterday in snow, and it was -8 degrees outside, and had no issue. Just wore a little bit of a thicker sock, but here's your sole. She got soul. Here's your other pair. Other than conditioning these on probably once a month, that is all that I do. You can see I got some salt stuck in there. That's kind of the pain in the arse with the sole, the leather soles. You will get some salt stuck in there if it's that kind of temperature. But condition them about once a month, and that's really it. And have had no issues with it whatsoever. I'm very happy with these, and they're getting a little bit older and a little bit more beat up, which I could not be happier with, or could not be happier with. Here's the brown pair, and we can see pretty much the same story on the brown. These hit their conditioning cycle relatively recently, which is why they don't have the laces in them. They have the shoe trees in there. And just haven't worn them since I conditioned them like a week ago. I've been wearing the black ones. So we can see that there is no real issue. The only thing that you'll notice with these probably, as you look through them, is you'll see the wrinkling on the sides. Really what that's coming from is having your boot laced up and then sitting down or driving in your car or whatever. You're just naturally going to have that, and you'll probably have that on one side more predominantly than you do on the other side, and that has a lot to do with you. Which way do you lean your foot? It's all that kind of. So you'll notice that, but it's not a sign of bad leather. It's just you're putting a lot of pressure and they're wrinkling down. You can notice even without the laces that they are holding up pretty good. I figured at this point, with not having laces in there, you know what I mean, once you took them off, but they're still very soft, as you can see. But when you're not wearing them, they hold up pretty good. So, those are the boots. I want to talk to you for a second about what I've been using for the boots. And this is Chamberlain's Leather Milk number 3. Now, as with anything else, in spite of what some have said, I received no money for any of this stuff. These people don't even know I exist. So this is number 3. This is the water protectant. They make 1, 2, and 3. I chose 3 for the boots because of the water protectant. They have some videos on YouTube. You can see he does like a saddleback briefcase and pours some water over it. I can attest to the fact that that is completely accurate. I did that with these boots. It says it will darken the leather, and the main reason that I switched to this was some of my previous viewers had commented that the mink oil will dry out leather, and that Brick 4 that I was using before is still very good, but its water repellency, not so good. So I moved to this, and it says it'll darken the leather, and it does, but only slightly on the brown pair. That was my biggest concern, was I didn't want to ruin this brown. And it didn't. I'm happy with it. No issues with it at all. And I think it makes it look really nice. That doesn't polish it. Now, the one thing I want to say to these boots, after having them for a while, let's get a good look at them. When I first bought these boots, I thought to myself, well, these would go good as like a dress boot. And at first, they did. Now, I don't think so. And the reason I don't think so is because as they get more beat up and more wore in, if you're going to wear that with like a suit or something of that nature, it's going to look kind of dumb, I think, because it's gotten broken up. Not broken up, but broken in and scuffed up and everything like that. So unless you're going to keep these pristine and you're only going to wear them on certain occasions and you're only going to wear them with dress clothes, I don't think they really fit the bill for a dress boot. Now, you could probably get the really lighter color. They make a really light tan, a little really light brown. That might not show these scuffs and wears as much, but that's just my opinion as time's gone on. I want to show you real quickly perhaps a reason to spend money on your boots. I went out to dinner the other night with some friends in Zavif, and we went to like a jazz bar, right? Nothing crazy, no violence, no perpetual fighting, just a lot of, you know what I mean? Came home, wore these shoes, which I think are beautiful. I really like these shoes. Came home and noticed my shoe was ill-fitting. Went straight from there, got in the car, drove home, felt my shoe ill-fitting, looked down, and this is what I see. What can only be described as a total catastrophic malfunction. The laces exploded. The shoes began to flake here and here and here. And a big chip came out of the front. I have no clue what the heck happened to these. I ran into nothing. I bumped into nothing. Except the only thing I can think would be sitting on the bar at the bar stool, and my foot went bound behind that bar, and when I stood up, it scraped it. This one did it as well. Now, there's not many things I can guarantee in life, but one thing I can guarantee. Number one, these were $100, okay? So the number one thing I can guarantee is a Stafford, you can suck it. Hey. Boo! I won't do that again. But a $100 shoe. I can guarantee you, number two, that the Wolverine 1,000 mile boots will not flake. Flake? What are you talking? Flake? You see a cow out in the pasture, is the cow flaking? No, because cows don't flake. Leather shouldn't flake. Yes, it'll scratch. Yes, you'll get character nicks and marks and grooves and whatever. But it's not gonna flake! So, those shoes are ruined. And they were $100. Had I bought, perhaps, a nicer $200 to $300 pair of brown shoes, I would not be now having to go out and buy another pair of brown shoes that I will spend more money on this time to get better quality. I'll probably end up spending $300 in total in brown type dress shoes because I bought cheaper the first time. That's just a little life lesson for y'all. Yow! Yow! So that is the third video, the end of the second year. I hope this video helps you guys out. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, let me know. I appreciate the comments down below, the dialogue and everything that we get to have. Hearing people how it helped them out or what their complaints are or stuff. That's what these are really for. So, you know, have at it. And that's pretty much it. All goes well. We will see you in 1 year.